Oh my gosh, it's the triumphant return of Dose of the Dawg. What's going on, guys? Dawg here, and welcome to Dose of the Dawg episode 16. It's been, how many months? About 3 months since my last Dose of the Dawg, so I figured I might as well make another one. I would have liked to have made this video with the camera, but like I said in my previous video, I don't have my camera with me at the moment, so I'm afraid I'm just stuck with audio, but that's alright. I want to talk about something that's quite close to my heart, and I have no shame in saying that, even though it does sound really sad. DSP, Darksydephil, the King of Hate, all that good stuff, who I've been following since like 2009. If some of you don't know my history with DSP, my father introduced me to him from a Wolfenstein video. I only looked at it and I was like, oh okay, and then I walked away. But then a few days later I was looking up footage for another game which I can't quite remember, and I ran into his videos again. I really did enjoy it, and then I just subscribed to him from there, and then I just been following him ever since, and it's been really fun. Like, I've really enjoyed the journey. Obviously 2010 was the golden year for it, but he did something. But recently what's been going on is that he's been having difficulty in his channel, because he's been having this negative backlash from his fans, and he's been having all these problems with like views and YouTube and stuff. And he decided yesterday, or maybe he was thinking about it for the past week, but he announced it yesterday. He's like, that's it, I'm gonna have a complete overhaul in the way I'm gonna do things. So last night, for me anyway, at about 4 or 5 a.m. when I was obviously asleep and some crazy man called Hazard wasn't, I tuned in later that day, and then I checked out his video. It's 44 minutes long, and he made several changes. Before he made this video, he did long 20-minute video, or not 20-minute, 10-minute videos, gameplay throughs, unboxing, Ask the King. He would occasionally do DSP Tries It. He does like the weekend preview, channel updates. Most of those other videos would be between like 15 to 30 minutes long, some of them even extending past his camera limit to like 40 minutes, just like the one that he made recently. And he talked about some changes that he made, and the changes were, I believe, I don't really have like a full thing written down for me now, but some of the changes that he made was like, he was going to resurrect the King of Hate HD, which was the account that he used to have, the channel that he used to use back in 2010, whenever his channel was getting shut down, or whenever his channel was being like shut down, for no good reason. He used the King of Hate HD a lot to like update them, to update his fans with like updates on what's been going on with his channel. Also, whenever he first started making videos, he also did the King of Hate HD for like DSP Tries It, for Cooking with the King, all of his popular series back then. I believe DSP's Inbox was also put in there for a little while. So he used that channel quite a lot, and then once he got DSP Gaming and DSP Street Fighter, he announced shortly afterwards that he was going to abandon the King of Hate HD, and he was going to put all of his live videos just on DSP Gaming, because that's where because he didn't really feel comfortable talking about games in like the King of Hate HD, where he lost his I think he lost his YouTube partnership, and he definitely lost his YouTube partnership in Darksydephil, and I'm pretty sure he lost partnership in the King of Hate HD. Maybe he didn't, maybe he did, I don't know. I'm not really that bright with the facts, I mean, let's be honest. So he's decided that he's going to resurrect it. He's going to put all of his live videos from the DSP Gaming over to the King of Hate HD. The reason why he's doing this is because his live videos would sometimes get clogged up, especially like Ask the King and stuff. They would be like the first videos he'd upload, and then they might upload a load of videos afterwards, and then people won't see it. But he's decided if he puts all the content onto that channel, then everyone can subscribe to that, and they can see, oh, it's the weekend preview, it's a channel update, blah blah blah, and you get to see what's been going on in the other channel in DSP Gaming, where he actually will upload the gaming videos. And he's trying to get that channel partnered by Machinima, the King of Hate HD, so that he can actually start up new series I'm going to talk about later on. So he's going to be doing that. He also suggested maybe making a brand new channel, like DSP Vlogs or something. I was about to say vlogs there, because I'm so used to saying that for my own series, but anyway, he was thinking about doing that. I'm not too sure. I mean, he already has like a starting point in the King of Hate HD. He already has subscribers there. At the same time, like, almost everyone who's subscribed to the King of Hate HD subscribed to DSP Gaming, I mean, let's be honest. So, like, starting up a new channel, I'm not a fan of starting up new channels, and anyone that's followed me knows that. Like, I am not a fan of it. Like, I know people that have like a very small fan base and they've made like 5 channels. Like, what's the point? You might as well just have one channel where people are going to grow and grow and grow and keep the content in there. For DSP, I can kind of understand why he's doing this, because all of his fan base, he uploads so many games and gaming videos that it's easy to just miss out on like videos, especially if you miss out on like a day or two of being on the computer. If you don't check his content every day, you're obviously going to miss out on something, like channel, whether it's a channel update or anything. It does help him having it on his homepage in his YouTube account, but I mean that can only go so far. Like, if you miss out on it in your sub box, not everyone goes to his YouTube page. Everyone just looks at the sub box. Oh, DSP's uploaded a load of gaming videos. Okay, good. That's it. That's all I have to know. Whereas he would like it if like people, if like everyone in his fan base could check out the vlogs, and then there'll be less questions. He always complains about that because people always question him about games that he's playing. What he says, I've already done. I already told you what games I'm going to play in the weekend preview. Blah 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 blah. So I can understand why he's doing it. I think it's actually pretty smart. I think it's very good that he's moving it, because I can understand why he's doing it. Whether he should put it on the King of 8 HD or a new channel, I'm not too sure. I would say keep it on the King of 8 HD, because you already have videos up there. It would save that just being another archive channel, because you already have Darksydephil, and that's like the ultimate archive channel that has all of his previous gaming videos. I would like it if he just made less channels so that you didn't have to go, oh, you subscribe to DSP Gaming, good enough, subscribe to DSP Street Fighter, Darksydephil, the King of 8 HD, and I don't think it's very good. I think it should just be, you might as well just use what you have. So I would just say stick with the King of 8 HD. That's what I think anyway. He also announced that he's going to be doing some new shows on this, and I love this, okay? Because once he stopped doing like DSP Tries It and Cooking with the King, he didn't have anything. I mean, let's be honest, he had like Ask the King, he had the channel updates, which was just like a generic. Ask the King is just like a generic answer questions from the fans. It's not very original. Channel updates is something that everyone and their flipping grandmother does that has a YouTube channel. They just do channel updates. Weekend preview is just another basic channel update, so he's going to relay what he's going to do in the week ahead. He very rarely does DSP Tries It, but that's just like a little review thing. But what he's doing is he's going to start doing more adventurous stuff. Like, he said he might include more video gameplay in his live videos, which is what he used to do. If you are a big hardcore fan of DSP and you remember way back when he used to do like his Hateful Truths, and he would have the gameplay on it. I think he stopped it at Alan Wake. That was the final video where he did it. But if you check out anything, I believe that was like I believe that was Hateful Truth episode 14, 8, I don't know, somewhere between there. So if you check out any of those videos, you'll see he always implements like gaming videos and that, skits. He didn't mention skits, but he did say he'll try and bring back video game videos on his IRL videos, and I think that's really smart, because a lot more people are attracted to that sort of stuff. A lot more people would really be appealing to a video which has the gaming videos on it. So one of the shows he was thinking about making was a show, a gaming news show, where he was going to announce gaming news. And I actually watched Hazard's video. If you haven't seen Hazard's suggestion video, I'd recommend you do that as well. Even though he made it at 5 AM, I'm making mine at 3 PM. but anyway, he actually brought up a very good point that you can't really specifically decide on a day to do a gaming news channel, or a gaming news show. I keep on calling it a channel. A gaming news show, because gaming news happens all the time. There's a reason why national news isn't broadcasted once a week. It has to be broadcasted every day, because there's always something going on in real life. Same with video games, except obviously it's not as much. But still, so much happens during the week that it's hard to just say, oh, I'm going to do it in this day. So say if you do it in one day, then you announce all the gaming news for that previous week. But then what if something is announced the day after you do that, and then you have to wait until the whole way to 6 days later when you can announce it again, and then everyone's just going to already know. Like, it's not even going to be any point. I have first-hand experience of this. I did the King of Hate podcast. I ran it for a good 4 or 5 months. I ran it like every Saturday. It was really hard to try and get all this news out, because like, for example, Project 7 would come out on a Sunday. The podcast was always aired on a Saturday. So we would have to talk about, what are your it was very good to know about your predictions, because we knew it was going to happen. What are your predictions for Project 7 episode, and then we would have to wait 6 days before we can actually say what happened to Project 7. But by the time we do that, everyone already knows. So there's not really much point in doing that. And I'm not going to reschedule it just to cater to that. So it's really hard to try and find days for it. And I know DSP, he's not going to dedicate so many hours of his time just to look up video gaming news and stuff, and keeping up to date with it, because he has this gaming playthrough stuff that he has to do. So he won't have much time to work on this show if he's gonna be researching all the time, and it's gonna be very difficult for him. So I would say it's all right. I don't really mind that idea, but at the same time, a lot of people do it. Obviously all the mainstream gaming networks do it. Unless DSP can bring anything new to the table, then I'm not too sure if it'll work or not. One show idea that he did bring up, which I was very interested in, was the nostalgia, the OG show. Think about some catchy name for it, I don't know. But it's basically going to be him talking about his experiences with video games, and I think that's really smart, because I don't know about any of you, but whenever I listen to DSP's videos and he would share a story back from his past about games, I love it. He made that Street Fighter Cross Tekken video about the sexism stuff, and then for the first whole video, he just talked about experiences in his arcade, and I really enjoyed it. It was really enjoyable, about someone climbing out from a bathroom window to avoid a fight. They're hilarious. They're amazing. They're very entertaining. So if he was to implement that into his whole show, that's just amazing. It's kind of like what he does in his Christmas tree lighting videos, where he would talk all about what has been going on over the past year for him, and his thoughts on different topics that he wouldn't normally talk about. They're very interesting, very intriguing, and if he makes a whole show dedicated to that, I think it'd be very good, because the possibilities they're not endless, but there's a lot of stuff he could talk about. You could talk about the arcades. He actually listed some of them in the video that he made, and about arcades, about his first console, living during the console wars. Maybe he could expand it further and talk about maybe wrestling stories that he has, whenever he watched wrestling and his thoughts on different things. Maybe he could do that. That's not really video game related, so I doubt he might do that. I would say that'd be more something that John Rambo might do. But I think that's a really good idea. I really think he should pursue that. In terms of executing it, I'm not too sure how he would do so. Maybe just sit down and talk about it. Maybe he might try and throw some stuff in it, because he wants this new channel or the new footage he's going to put out to be all brand new and entertaining, and a whole new way of DSP entertainment. So I'm not sure how he's going to execute it, but I'm really looking forward to that show if he does pursue it. Another suggestion that he made is going to play fewer games. He said, they just put it bluntly, I'm going to play less games. I can understand where he's coming from. The only downside I can think about it is that he might miss out on some hidden gems. For example, if he implemented this a year ago, he wouldn't have played Catherine, which he thought was really good, and which was one of my favorite playthroughs of him, I think, because I really enjoyed that game. I really enjoyed his playthrough of it. He also said he's gonna pick and choose what he's gonna do for his footage. So he said, I might do this, if I'm trying to get into a fighting game, I'll play that for a bit. He's going to play maximum of 2 games in a week, which I think that's understandable. I mean, if you have 2 really long games, I can understand that. If you have 2 really short games, then maybe he could do some stuff for his new shows, maybe he could do blah blah blah. So it's not as if he has to constantly do different video game videos, because now he has these new shows to work with. But playing fewer games, I think it'll be met, because he'll have less videos to upload. And that means that the videos that he does upload will get more views. So I think it's a really smart idea from him to play fewer games. I'm pretty surprised it didn't come sooner, to be honest. I'm pretty surprised that it took him this long before he realizes, wait a minute, maybe I should play less games. But I respect that decision. It's not a very easy one to make, because I mean, it is luring to try and play as many games as you can. I want to be the only YouTuber to play every single game. It's a very challenging mission. I respect him for doing it until then, but I can understand why he's decided not to do it anymore. Because I mean, it's very it can take the wind right out of you. Because even I'm playing Borderlands 2 at the moment, and I'm finding it winded, and I'm only that's only 1 game, and I've been playing that for just over a week now. So I mean, him playing all those games for him playing 3 or 4 games for 1 week is just, it must take the wind out of you. That's for sure. So I can understand that. I do think it's a smart decision. It'll really help out the decisions that he made previously, and some other decisions that he made that he mentioned was that he considered the possibility of using an HD capture card. Pretty funny, because I was speaking to Chris, the Air Raid Lord, who's a good friend of mine now, And I was speaking to him, and he actually said for his channel he was going to do this. I kid you not, he wasn't copying. He actually was saying this before Phil even made the video. Or before, like, this is a few days before Phil even made the video. He said, oh, I want to try and get into HD capture carding, I guess. So, it's very popular now. I've already made a Dose of the Dawg about video quality, but I can see that's kind of being made redundant. Because whenever I made that, there was this huge craze for it. And now all of a sudden, it seems like this is like the norm, is HD capture card quality. My decision, or my opinions changed a little bit because of like public opinion about capture cards. If you don't know what it is, then, you know, check it out if you want. By all means, it'll be in this playlist. But I can understand why he's doing it, and I seem to say that a lot. I can understand what he's doing. So, I think it's good for, like, maybe, like, he used to do stuff like that there for, like, if you were watching his previous Hateful Truths, like the ones I mentioned before, you would think that he was doing, like, HD capture card stuff, but it was actually just him voiceovering the footage that he did before from the playthrough of a game. So, I can understand why he's doing it. I can say that again. And I do think that it will benefit him. Especially, he said he won't do this until he gets a new house, and then he'll have more space to do it. So if he has different setups, he doesn't have to like move around and rearrange. And obviously for his back, that'll be a nightmare for him. So I give credit where credit is due. He's finally succumbed to the power of the capture card, or at least not yet, but soon enough. One little side note here, and I know this might annoy some of you, but he said he's going to move into Panda Elite. I can understand that, obviously, if you like or love someone dearly. It's only fair that you would move in with them, all that good stuff. You know, one thing may lead to another. Let's put it that way. So, but I do like that he said that he's not gonna. It won't be permanent co-op playthroughs. That's what I was kind of getting word of. I was one of those people, along with like quite a number of other people, like from his website, that were getting kind of worried that Panda Lee would be, you know, in every single co-op playthroughs. I don't like her. I'm going to say it right now. I don't like her for two reasons. I just don't like her content. I don't like the way she runs her channel and the way she treats her fan base. And I also don't like her for, you know, reasons that I'm not going to mention, because they're a bit a bit nasty, and I don't really want to bring it up. I don't want to start a flipping flame war. But I don't even care for her, which is why I don't like constantly go, oh my gosh, Panda Lee. Like, whenever they did that huge comment thing in Halo 4, I wasn't one of those people that was like, oh my gosh, Panda Lee's in these videos, oh, I'm gonna punch a wall, and I'm gonna like unsubscribe from everything, and I'm gonna throw my computer out the window. Like, I'm not one of those people. I just seen she was in all these videos, and I was like, nope, I'm done, and I just didn't watch them. I didn't comment, I didn't leave some racist stuff, I don't hate on her channel or anything. I just ignore it, okay? I'm sensible enough to see if I don't like something, I'm just gonna ignore it, okay? So, I do like the fact that he said that he's not going to include her in all of his videos. Obviously, she will be in some of his videos, it'll be very easy to do that, considering she lives in the same house as him when the time comes. So, I guess that's about it, I think. Flip me, I'm winded, because it's been a very long time since I've did one of these videos, and I forgot just how much it takes from you. Whew, my gosh. Alright, so, I think it's good. It's a good idea. I like the changes that he's made, and I look forward to see how he's going to run this channel, and that's about it. So I hope you've enjoyed this, my very first Dose of the Dawg in several flipping weeks. If you're a new viewer, hello, because I'm going to make this a video response to his videos, so some of you may have checked it out from there. Thanks for sticking with me, and I will see you guys whenever I post a new video. So until then, I will see you guys later.